we hope you enjoy.
Good evening, my name is Betsy Barrett, and like Mr. Hawkins said, along with him, we are the directors of the Chamber Choir. Our last selection for you is a Motown favorite. It's called ABC.
Thank you.
and teach you how to sing it out. Come on, let me show you what I'm talking about. Reading and writing, arithmetic are the branches of the learning tree. Knowing how the rules of love every day are. Teacher's gonna show you how to get it in. There's me and you and the two. Listen to me, baby, that's all you gotta do. ABC, easy as 1, 2, 3. How simple as do, re, mi. ABC, 1, 2, 3. You and me, ABC, easy as 1, 2, 3. How simple as do, re, mi. ABC, 1, 2, 3. You and me, ABC, easy as 1, 2, 3. How simple as do, re, mi. ABC, 1, 2, 3. You and me, ABC, easy as 1, 2, 3. How simple as do, re, mi. ABC, that's how easy love can be. That's how easy love can be. That's how easy love can be. 1, 2, 3. You and me.
Thank you. We had 3 soloists. We had Elizabeth and Olivia and Kennedy. Okay, the next group you see in front of you is the 7th grade girls chorus. We have 4 selections we're going to sing for you. The first one is called Everlasting Melody, and it features a soloist, Addie Ross.
Everlasting
All right, the next piece we're going to sing for you is entitled Lightning. This has been a really big challenge for us this year. This term is especially because it's very rhythmic and there's a lot, so they really have to count and pay attention. So this has been our challenge, and we are excited to sing it for you today.
Electric fingers reaching, 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 skipping, darting, fleeting, 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 tapping on the clouds, tapping on the shrouds of gray. Lightning, 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 lightning. Now the night is waking, waking, waking. See it sparkling, blinking, blinking, sizzling. Oh, what a storm of energy crackling out, surrounding me. I'm not afraid. I am not afraid. I am not afraid. I am not afraid. Lightning, rolling, rolling, then a flash from cloud to cloud, singing, singing to the ground without a sound. Lightning! Electric fingers reaching, 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 skipping, darting, fleeting, 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 tapping on the clouds, rapping on the shrouds of gray. Lightning, 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 lightning. The night is waking, waking, waking. See it sparkling, blinking, blinking, sizzling. Oh, what a storm of energy crackling out, surrounding me. I am not afraid. I am not afraid. I am not afraid. I am not afraid. Lightning. Oh, lightning. Lightning. Oh, lightning. 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 Sparkling, blinking, sizzling. Now the night is waking. Lightning bolt!
Okay, the next selection for you also features several soloists. We have Regina, and who else do we have? We have Kennedy, and with my last soloist, and Kylie. This is called Waving Through a Window. It's from the musical Dear Evan Hansen.
Learn to stand on the brave. even make a sound. When you're falling in a forest, there's nobody around. Do you ever really crash or even make a sound? When you're falling in a forest and there's nobody around, do you ever really crash or even make a sound? When you're falling in a forest and there's nobody around, do you ever really crash or even make a sound? Did I even make a sound? Did I even make a sound? It's like I never made a sound. Will I ever make a sound?
Before we sing our final selection, I just wanted to say a super big thank you to Mr. Hawkins. He is our accompanist for all of our songs. He's amazing. I can give him any difficulty music and he just can play it. I never have to worry about, oh, is the piano part too hard? He's just awesome, so thank you. Our very last piece is a collection of songs called Songs of a Disney Princess. It features several soloists throughout. We have Isabella, and we have Alex, and we have Isabella, and, well, is that it, just Rick? Okay. There's so many solos on this one. Okay.
Look at the stuff, isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Wouldn't you think I'm the girl who has everything? I've got gadgets and gizmos aplenty. I've got who's it and what's it galore. You want the numbers? I've got 20, but who cares? No big deal. I want more. I wanna be with the walking around the house where you call them police. Up where they walk, up where they run, up where they stay all day in the sun. That's where we'll be. That's where we'll be. A thrilling chase, a wondrous place for you and me. You think you own whatever land you land on. If there's just a debt, then you can pay. But I know every rock and tree and creature has a life, has a spirit, has a name. Take the think like you, but if you walk the footsteps of a stranger, you'll find things you never knew, you never knew. Have you ever heard the wolf cry to a lukewarm moon, or asked the critic look at what he read? Can you sing with all the voices of the mountain? Can you think with all the colors of the wind? You can own the earth and still all you own is earth until you can paint with all the colors of the wind. Perfect daughter, can it be? I'm not meant to play this part. Now I see that if I were truly to be myself, I would break my family's heart. Who is that girl I see staring straight back at me? Why is my reflection someone I don't know? Somehow I cannot hide who I am, though I try. When will my reflection show who I am inside? When will my reflection show who I am
Hello and good evening. So, thank you for your patience. For our next ensemble, we have our 7th grade orchestra. So we're going to start our portion of the concert off with a piece called Entrada.
inside.
Thank you very much. So that piece was in mixed meters, so that means they had to count both in 3 and 2, and it kept overlapping back and forth. For our next piece, we do something that musicians always have a tough time with, and that is perform something slow. So for our next piece, it's entitled Lullaby to the Moon. Thank you. For our final selection of the evening for orchestra, we have a fun little piece. In fact, it has some words in it as well that we've added, and it's a lot of fun. It's called Country Hoedown.
to our 7th grade spring concert. Thank you for being here this evening. That was entitled Triton Fanfare. This is our 7th grade band, and we're going to continue with a piece by Mozart entitled Eine kleine Nachtmusik. I won't even attempt to do a fake German accent as I say that, but I will give you a quick translation. It is a little bit of night music. Our 7th grade band performed, I guess it was 2 weekends ago, or was it last weekend, I can't remember, for the Memorial Day parade. And that Friday of school, we put on a couple of Memorial Day assemblies here at school, and they were terrific. And we played a piece entitled Patriotic Snippets, and we're going to play that for you guys right now. This is entitled Patriotic Snippets. thank you again for being here this evening and supporting your local music programs. We do want to thank Nadine Palmer, our Director of Music, and of course our administration here at Stacy Middle School. The last piece we're going to play for you is a fun piece entitled Bandwidth. We have lots of great stuff in store for next year, so we will see you guys real soon. Have a wonderful summer, and thank you again for supporting our music program.
Thank you.